Thank you once again. Please, let's encourage them by doing the round of applause better than that. You know, sometimes people think it's quite easy to stand in front of others and talk. So I did it to a group of people that I used to lead at some point. I do the talking all the time. And one day we had a swap and then I asked them to come and talk. And it became extremely difficult, even with a very loud mic, for them to talk to the audience. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll still continue with the goodwill messages. But just before I call on the next person, sometimes when people are introducing themselves to you, you had better be sure what they're saying. Don't assume you know what they are saying. For example, I met somebody who said, "Hey, my name is so and so." I say, "Hey, my name is Fola Daniel. I'm a speaker. I do this, I do that." And the person says, "Okay, I'm in tech." And I, "Oh, really? That must be very fascinating. So let's talk about artificial intelligence." And I realized that this person couldn't say anything. And much later, I realized that she was talking about being a nail technician. So if somebody says I'm in tech, be sure what kind of tech they are talking about. For example, speaking of tech, somebody says, "Oh, we're talking about women in tech, women in tech." Do you realize that the woman who is frying corn by the roadside and decides to use a fan and not a hand fan, a rechargeable fan, is a woman in tech? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome the representative of the government of Canada. Thank you very much, sir. I was looking around the room and I can say, in fact, I want to say thank you to all of you. You know why? Anyone with any idea why I want to say thank you to all of you? So we're talking about poor people, and I've looked around the room. I can't see any poor person. So it's mean that you rich people have generously decided to come and fix the problem of Nigeria, to come and talk about poor people. Clap for yourself. You don't even believe you're rich. Can you imagine? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, it's time now to have the MPI documentary video. And immediately after that, my Oga will come and bring forward the statistician general. Please, let's have the MPI video documentary now. Very much. That was the statistician general, Prince Adeyemi Adeniro. We really appreciate you for that insightful speech. We're still going to talk about that video that you saw and try to gain more insights just at about the time when we would have the panelists come on stage. But before then, what I'm about to say to you would sound funny, but it's not a joke, and I didn't make it up. So something happened yesterday when I got into my hotel room and I scanned the menu and I saw the price. The first thought that struck me was, Fola, how are you going to tell your wife that you spent our weekly food allowance on one plate of food? So I decided to go out and have a meal. And as I was having a meal, just, feel free, connect with people and stuff like that. And this malam that was selling food to me, all of a sudden, a cat came around. I said, "Is this your cat?" He said, "No, it's not mine." I don't know, because the cat felt so comfortable around him. And the cat did to me, meow. And I'm wondering, okay, so what does he want? So I took a portion of my egg and threw it on the floor, and boom, he ate it. And after consuming that, he looked up again and they, meow. I say, poverty is affecting the animal kingdom too. I'm not joking. It actually happened yesterday. And when I gave him more, he looked up again and did meow. And then I did more. I said, Oga, we are going to share this cost. Please, you collect half from me, you collect half from the cats. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to have an overview, key findings on MPI and implementation strategy from National Bureau of Statistics as well. And to do that, we'll invite Grace Ahulime to do that. Please, a round of applause for her. Next person is Mr. Kabir Mohamed Abdullahi. Mr. Kabir Mohamed Abdullahi is a distinguished demographer and certified program manager with a passion for driving impactful development projects in health, poverty, gender, and youth programming. With extensive experience in public health and social development organizations, he has consistently demonstrated his commitment to improving the lives of vulnerable populations. Currently, he serves as the Deputy National Coordinator at the National Social Safety Nets Coordinating Office, NASCO, where he provides strategic leadership for managing and implementing national social safety net programs. His role involves ensuring effective delivery and alignment for national development goals, significantly enhancing the impact of social safety nets in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kabir Mohammed Abdullahi. Next is Mr. Charles Odi. Mr. Charles Odi is an experienced business leader currently serving as the Chief Executive Officer and Director General at the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN. In this capacity, he plays a pivotal role in driving the growth and development of the MSME sector in Nigeria, overseeing policy formulation, program implementation, and stakeholder engagement, with a strong focus on stimulating innovation and fostering collaboration between the government and MSME operators. Mr. Odi is dedicated to creating an enabling environment for the sustainable growth of small and medium enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Odi. It looks like the tea break has finished his work. Lunch is needed now, right? Because I noticed the energy for clapping is dwindling. Dr. Muhammad Wakil is the next person that I will be inviting, and is Country Director, Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet. Dr. Muhammad Wakil is the Nigeria Country Representative for the Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet, where he partners with governments and the private sector to channel philanthropic capital into energy access and energy transition investments in developing countries. He leads a program focused on supporting Nigeria's energy transition plan, fostering the required enabling environment, and promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mohammed Wakil is not here. Okay. Dr. Please permit me, I hope I get this right. Dr. Aiwakwa Akpera. Sorry? Yowakwa Akpera. Is he here? Okay. Dr. Yowakwa Akpera is a seasoned leader with over 30 years of experience in social protection, public health program management, and policy advocacy. Currently serving as the CEO of Global Strategy Business Alliance, he has a proven track record of leading large-scale initiatives and fostering impactful partnerships across diverse sectors. His academic credentials include a PhD in marketing, social marketing, and an MBA in business administration, both from Benue State University, where he focused on improving healthcare delivery for the rural poor in sub-Saharan Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Dr. Akpera. Finally, before I call the moderator of this panel session, Mr. Stanley Achono. Mr. Achono is a results-oriented leader with over a decade of experience in civil society, government, and development programs. He is deeply passionate about transparency, accountability, and good governance in Africa. Currently, he leads the One Campaigns Nigeria office, where he advocates for policies aimed at improving the lives of Nigerians, focusing on issues such as poverty reduction and disease eradication. His role involves building strategic relationships with government officials, civil society organizations, and the private sector to advance the One Campaigns agenda. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stanley Achono. To moderate this session on the multidimensional poverty index. Sorry? One more person. Okay. My apologies. I need to quickly take one more name to join that panel session. If I had gone ahead without inviting this last person, I just might be facing a lawsuit after this. So you notice that the panel session has all gentlemen, and it's not intentional. So one of the reasons I think they've made it so is that it's a lady that is moderating, so they forgot the need to include a woman. So I've just finally gotten the name of the woman who should be included on this panel. So at least I don't finally get a letter for that lawsuit at the end of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Private Sector Advisory Group on SDGs, Education Cluster, the country director, just education, private sector advisory group on SDGs education cluster, Mrs. Tonia Udomo. And of course, to moderate this panel session, we'll have Rose Kefas from UNDP. Okay. From SDG, my apologies, Rose Kefas. Please, a round of applause for her.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. And just before we take the final vote of thanks, which is the final thing for today, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for your patience, for your coordination, for your calmness. And I can tell you that even in corporate events, this in a long while is one of the most coordinated events that I've accompanied as a master of ceremony, with so much calm, with so much coordination, so much attention in the room. I thought you clap for yourself as I was praising you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, to mark the end of this event, we'll take group photograph right after this vote of thanks. Please bear that in mind. And of course,